In late February of 1957, the woods of Fox Chase, Pennsylvania were entirely desolate. The bare trees offered nothing but a freezing wind. A local college student was out walking through that brush, checking traps for muskrats, when he noticed a large cardboard box dumped near the road. People threw garbage out there all the time, but something about this specific box made his stomach drop. When curiosity finally pushed him to look inside, he found the body of a little boy, roughly 4 to 6 years old. He was completely naked, covered in bruises, and curled up inside like discarded trash. When police arrived, they expected a frantic family to be out looking for him. Instead, they found empty files. Nobody had reported a child missing. No parents were scouring the neighborhood. The investigation stalled immediately. Without school records, dental charts, or a single neighbor who remembered a small boy playing nearby, detectives realized the child hadn't been lost. He had been erased. The autopsy revealed a staggering level of physical abuse. The child was severely malnourished, his skin was covered in deep cuts and bruises, and his hair had been hastily, crudely hacked off right around the time he died. Yet, intertwined with that brutality was a bizarre level of care. His fingernails and toenails were perfectly, freshly trimmed, meaning someone had carefully cleaned and groomed his body after the fatal beating. Investigators also documented professional, surgical scars on his ankle and groin. This proved the boy had received legitimate medical procedures at some point in his short life. Washing a victim and trimming their nails suggests the killer felt a twisted sense of responsibility. They didn't view him as a random target. They felt a deep, chilling ownership over him. The grooming implies a domestic life where severe violence was interrupted by the routine maintenance of the boy's appearance. He was kept within reach, intimately controlled, and severely punished by his captor, all while remaining entirely invisible to the public eye. The Philadelphia police launched a massive, desperate search. Officers scoured the woods for any clues, and the department printed over 400,000 flyers featuring the boy's face, distributing them nationwide. Detectives even took the extreme step of dressing the boy's body and displaying him publicly at a local funeral home, praying that a neighbor or relative would walk in and recognize him. Despite that massive saturation, the phone lines stayed dead. No uncles identified the face on the flyer, and no teachers called to report an empty desk in their classroom. With 0 leads and no family stepping forward, the public was forced to project an identity onto the ghost-like figure, branding him America's unknown child. The case forced Philadelphia to face a chilling reality. A child could exist within a community, suffer for years, and disappear without any neighbor or teacher noticing his absence. In the absence of facts, rumors began to fill the vacuum. The most credible leads surfaced years later, when a deeply troubled woman, known in police files only as M, came forward with a story. She claimed her abusive foster mother had secretly purchased the boy. According to her, the child lived in constant terror, culminating in a fatal rage when he vomited baked beans at the dinner table, causing the mother to beat him to death. That specific detail matched a piece of evidence police had never released to the public. The boy's autopsy report confirmed his stomach still contained the remnants of baked beans. M also stated that her mother dumped the body in a cardboard box that had originally held a baby bassinet. Investigators looked at the serial numbers on the box found in the woods, and they matched a local shipment of bassinets perfectly. But M suffered from severe mental illness, and detectives could never conclusively verify her claims. Her confession remains trapped in a limbo, a dark, perfectly fitting nightmare that authorities can neither fully prove nor discard. For over 60 years, the investigation sat frozen. The original detectives retired or passed away, carrying the weight of an investigation that failed to give a child his name back. In 2022, modern forensic science pierced the decades of darkness. Investigators utilized advanced DNA sequencing to reconstruct his genetic profile. That hard data succeeded where thousands of flyers failed. The child was finally identified. His name was Joseph Augustus Zarelli. Knowing his name, however, leaves the most disturbing questions unanswered. The identity of the person who beat him to death and how he was hidden from society for so long are secrets buried in the past. Joseph Sorelli finally has his name back, but his story serves as a reminder that the most dangerous environments for a child aren't always isolated woods. They are the quiet houses on ordinary streets, where violence hides behind a closed front door.